everyone, I'm Imogen. I'm a yoga instructor and I specialise in teaching practices to support your mental health. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel below where I'll be sharing practices, tips, techniques that will help to grow your mental wellness, things that you can work with really easily at home. Also linked in the description is my social media and my website, so if you're interested in any other of my online courses, you can access them there. What you're going to need for these sessions are a yoga mat. If you haven't got a yoga mat at home, you can just use a towel. You're going to need a brick or block. And again, if you haven't got all this equipment, don't worry, you can use things from around the house, so perhaps a sturdy book. You're going to need 2 myofascial balls, which again, you could use tennis balls if you haven't got myofascial balls. And you're going to need a blanket or a towel that you can roll up. And you can see I've already prepared mine here. I'm going to use it slightly rolled in a sausage at one end of the mat. So once you've got all your bits, we're going to start, and I'm offering tip 1. Now tip 1 is known as the long exhalation breath, and this is a great breath technique to help to calm the mind. So you can do this breath technique anywhere. You can be seated on a yoga mat, or you can be seated in a chair, or even lying down on a bed or somewhere that you're comfortable. It doesn't have to be on a mat. And then I want you to just allow your eyes to settle. So that can be with the lids shut down, or you can keep the eyes open and find a point of focus somewhere ahead of you. Once you've found that point of focus for your eyes, just begin to watch your breath. So just begin to follow your breath as it comes in and out of the body. And then we're going to begin to count the breath. So the next time that you breathe in, you're going to count the breath in for 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then out for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Try that again. Counting the breath in for 4, 3, 2, and 1, and out for 4, 3, 2, and 1. This time you're going to count the breath in for 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then you're going to breathe out for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So you're lengthening the exhale here. And again, breathing in for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Breathing out for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Breathing in for 4, 3, 2, and 1. This time breathing out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And again, breathing in for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Breathing out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Keeping the eyes shut if they're shut, or keeping that point of focus somewhere ahead of you, just notice if you can feel anything changed in the physical body, or the mind, or the energy body. Well done. Great, so tip 2. This is a technique that I learned off a teacher of mine, which I love, called clock eyes. Well, that's the name that I've given it. And this is a really great one. We're going to move the eyes around in their sockets without moving the head around. And what happens in the brain is that when we get into this negative thinking, we can get kind of trapped. When we move the eyes around in the sockets, they're connected to different emotional centers in our brain. So by moving the eyes around in their sockets, we can delve into, we can light up opposing parts of the brain, different emotional centers to the emotional centers that we fall into in negative thinking, or when we're suffering with anxious thought. So like we did on the first technique, just find a place to sit that's comfortable for you. And then we're just going to start by making ourselves tall or long. So you can find a little bit of a lift through your spine, through the crown of your head upwards towards the ceiling. And then we're going to keep the head still, we're going to keep the chin still, the neck still, and we're literally just going to move our eyes. So finding a point of focus directly ahead of you to start with, soften your gaze. And then you're just going to begin by taking the eyes all the way up towards the ceiling as far as they can go, and then all the way down. And again, all the way up, and all the way down. All the way up, all the way down. Let's do it twice more. Good, now we're going to come back to center with the eyes, and we're going to move them left and right. So taking the eyes as far as you can without moving your head, it's a tricky one, to the left, and then to the right, and then to the left, and then to the right, and again left, and right. One more time, left, and right. Great, come back to center with the eyes, keep the head still. And now we're going to move the eyes around in the shape of a clock. So we're going to start clockwise. We're going to take the eyes up as far as you can, and then we're going to move them around in a clockwise direction to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and again, same direction, clockwise, for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well done. One more time on your own without me counting. Great, and then coming back to 12 o'clock, we're going to move anti-clockwise. So again, head is still, neck is still, we're just moving the eyes, starting at 12 o'clock again. Take the eyes right up, and then move them around 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And again from 12, down, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more time on your own. From 12, 11, 10, great, coming back to 12 o'clock. And then just relax and release. You can shut the eyes. Take a deep breath. And take a moment to notice. What did that do for you? How has that changed things for you? Have you observed any shifts in your energy body or in your mind? Great, so tip 3. This is a technique known as a contralateral movement, and there's many kind of variations that we can do with this one. You can do them sitting, you can do them with the breath, you can do them lying down. Today we're going to do a technique lying down. Now these contralateral movements are really great to work with anxiety because they help to down-regulate our nervous system. When we're anxious, our nervous system is really raised, it's really heightened, and so we want to try and calm it, we want to bring it down. and these movements can help us focus and down-regulate the nervous system. We're going to use a towel under, or a blanket, if you've got a blanket, either option, under the neck. And the reason that I want us to use that is, again, the neck, when we're anxious or stressed, is a part of the body that holds a huge amount of tension. And so by supporting the neck when we move here, it's going to be really good just to help those deeper neck muscles, scaly muscles, relax. So when you're ready, come down, lie on your back, and you're going to take that rolled blanket, so you've got a little bit of a sausage roll here, and you're going to just roll it and have it right underneath the neck there. Take a moment just to get yourself comfortable, and then if you want to really support the neck, you can take the sides of your blanket and just tuck them in towards the neck as well, so that the whole of the neck is supported there. Now have the arms rest down the sides of your body, have your legs extended. And what we're going to do is we're going to clench and release the hands with the breath. We're also going to flex and point, or flex and release the feet as well. So let's start with a couple of breaths just to practice that clenching and releasing with both hands and both feet. So as you breathe in, I want you to flex the feet back towards the head and clench your fists. And then as you breathe out, release the fists and relax the feet. Do that a couple of times. So inhale, clench the fists, flex the feet. Exhale, release the feet, release the hands. One more time. Clenching, flexing, inhale, and then exhale, release, hands and feet. Now we're going to work with the contralateral movement, so we're going to take opposite hands and feet. So I want you to inhale, I want you to clench your left hand and flex your right foot. Tricky one. And then exhale, release. And then you're going to inhale, you're going to clench your right hand and flex your left foot. And then exhale, release. And again, inhale, clench left hand and flex right foot. And then exhale, release. Inhale, clench the right hand, flex the left foot. Exhale, release. Keep moving like this from left to right at your own speed. So clenching left hand and right foot. Release. Inhale, clench right hand, flex left foot. Exhale, release. Let's do it twice and more on each side without my voice. Good. Next time that you exhale and release the left foot and the right hand, just relax the body down. Become heavy into the floor. And take a moment to notice if anything has changed for you or shifted for you. Great. You can roll off to one side and push yourself back up towards a seat. Well done. So tip 4. This is another of my favorites. We're going to work with some myofascial release, which is the fascia is the deep connective tissue inside of the body and can hold a lot of stress. And we're going to work with a technique up through the neck and the shoulders. Again, like I mentioned in tip 3, this is a place that can really hold a lot of stress, especially when we're feeling anxious. You're going to need your balls and you're going to need a brick, so you can just move your towel off the mat. And you're going to come down and you're going to lie on your back with your knees bent up. And then I want you to take your two balls and you're going to place them into the trapezius muscle where it comes up from the shoulder to the neck. So just either sides of the spine at the top of the shoulders, and you'll probably feel the ball just poking out a little bit from the shoulder there on each side. And then when you've got the balls in that place, you're going to take your brick and you're just going to pop your brick underneath the back of your pelvis onto your sacrum bone. Now for some people this might already feel quite strong, in which case you can just stay here with the arms down the sides of your body. If you want to take it a little bit deeper, you can take the arms all the way up overhead. And some people might even like to make little circles here with arms. I like just to take the arms back behind me and hold. And then you can be quite lazy with this one. You want to make the body heavy. So really see if you can relax the body down in towards the balls, in towards the brick. And we're going to stay here for about 30 seconds or so. So about 15 more seconds. You can stay for longer, of course, if you want to, but about 30 seconds should be enough to make changes. Really using your breath, your exhalation of your breath, to help you to become heavy into the balls. Another couple of moments here. Good, and then to come out, just push the floor away through your feet, lift your hips, remove your brick first, roll back down onto your back, and then gently just move from one side to the other and remove the balls. Turning over, coming all the way back up, pushing to a seat. And we're ready for tip 5. So tip 5, this is a more restorative practice, posture. We're going to take what's known in the yoga practice as child's pose or balasana, and we're going to use a prop under our third eye point here. And the reason we prop under the third eye here is so that we can put a little bit of pressure there, and that pressure will tap the vagus nerve, and the vagus nerve is the nerve that really is responsible for vagal tone or down regulating our nervous system. Again, something that's really useful if we're suffering with anxiety. It's really calming. So you're going to come into a position. Now it's up to you and your body. You can either have your legs together or you can have the legs wide, knees apart with the big toes touching. And then taking either your brick or you could use your blanket or your towel. Just in front of you, you're going to bring your third eye point down onto the prop, just so that you have some gentle pressure on that skin between your eyes, between your eyebrows. So just bringing the third eye point down there, and then we're just going to hold here in this pose. Now I suggest if you have time at home that you can hold this pose for up to 5, maybe even 10 minutes. But if you haven't got that much time, a minute should be sufficient. And once you're here, just take the awareness back to your breath and try and soften and slow down your breath. See if you can consciously spread the skin between your eyebrows and relax it. Take a couple more deep breaths here. And then slowly, slowly drawing yourself all the way back up. Moving slowly, making sure that whatever you do next in your day, you're not too active. Try and eat some nourishing food. Try not to spend too much time on your screen. And I really do hope that these top 5 tips that I've given you to curb anxiety are helpful. Take care. Bye bye.